Something groundbreaking has happened in the past 24 hours in regards to AI image generation. Two brand new AI models, Recraft and then also Flux Ultra, have been released. And these are redefining what is capable with AI images. A lot of companies are going to get put out of business because of the quality that these models can put out. This is a seismic shift in the industry. Let me show you what I mean. So the first model we're going to look at is Recraft. You can use it at recraft.ai. And this is also a place where you can get an API key if you want to use this in an image generator like my software ZimmWriter. And you can also get an API for this at fal.ai. They have a Recraft model here, and then also Replicate. So 3 different places to access this particular AI model. Now, Recraft has 2 big strengths in my opinion. Number 1 is the first AI image model that can generate lots of text in all kinds of different places in your image, and then have most of it just be flawless, absolute perfection without any typos or whatnot. All of this was impossible with other AI image models, even the Flux models. It was impossible to generate a lot of text. Recraft can do that right now. The other thing I think Recraft does is just realistic looking photos. So let me show you some examples. The first example I'll show you are these infographics I generated with Recraft. I think this is one of the real strong suits for Recraft. So look at all of this text. And it was all generated with Recraft automatically. And it's nearly perfect. And there's a lot of text on this image. So global food waste and its environmental consequences. We've got like different colors, different styles. This is historic pandemics, death toll, and geographic spread, all generated with AI, all done automatically. Home inequality, top 1% owns 46% of global wealth. Bottom 50 shares only 2% of wealth. Look at these infographics. This is stuff that you could not generate prior to this Recraft model. This is a phenomenal infographic right here. So I think Recraft, their strong suit is infographics, but they also do a really great job on just realistic photos. So here is some just realistic photos I generated with Recraft inside of ZimmWriter. So this is the Taj Mahal, fisherman in China. That looks real right there. Looks like a real photo. Looks like a real photo. It has the right amount of blur. This is Devil's Bridge in Cromola Park. It looks like a cool place to go. Great Wall of China. Really cool photos. They just look realistic. Now I'll show you in just a minute. We'll look at the Ultra version, the Flux Ultra version of these photos. I think the main difference between this and then Flux Ultra is Flux Ultra almost looks 8K resolution. So like these could be potentially like 4K quality resolution. Flux Ultra, they almost look 8K resolution. Now Flux Ultra cannot do infographics like Recraft. So there are pros and cons to each of these models. So I think Recraft does really amazing, realistic looking images. Let's see, I also did some memes with Recraft. These were all done automatically. When you try to call in sick, but your boss needs you, cough, cough, totally. So it's a meme right there. When you're on mute and don't realize it for 10 minutes, can you stay late tonight when 5 p.m. feels like an eternity away? Meeting that could have been an email. Monday morning coffee is my lifeline. When HR sends out another team building event. This is pretty funny. When you accidentally share the wrong document in a meeting. I think Recraft can do a great job on just these realistic looking possible memes and whatnot. Let's look at some random Pinterest pins that you could make with Recraft. So the road less traveled, discovering 5 hidden beaches. So there's a typo here, hidden beaches, but that's not bad. You could fix all this in Canva. The ultimate foodie's tour of Italy. Adventure Seeker's Paradise, top 5 activities. This turned out great. Australia's wild side. So for a lot of these, I just did one generation, like one try. Before Recraft came out, if I wanted to put text on an image and I was going to use Flux or something, I'd have to do 5 generations because I'm just going to get those images with spelling mistakes. But Recraft, in my opinion, is 95% accurate most of the time. So this would be great if you're using ZimmWriter and you want to write blog posts and you want each subheading to have an infographic or each subheading to have text on the images. You can pretty much count on the fact that you're going to get proper text on the images. Now, see, the text, though, it might not always look like styled this nice. You might get something like this. And this is, I wish it was styled nicer, but all the text is correct. So there's a give or take. Do you want the correct text right off the bat? or do you want like perfect styling all the time? So in all, Recraft is a phenomenal model for infographics and then situations where you want text on an image, or also you want just a high quality image that looks realistic. And it's not expensive either. Each of these images, regardless of what provider you're using, regardless if you're using Recraft or you're going to use FAL or Replicate, they're 4 cents per generation. So 4 pennies per generation, very economical. Now, the next model let's look at is called Flux Ultra. So it just was released past 24 hours ago. Flux Pro Ultra. Now, this is a little bit more expensive. This is 6 pennies per image, and it's only available through FAL and FAL.ai, and then also Replicate. Again, you can get those API keys, put them right into ZimmWriter, and generate this stuff with ZimmWriter. So let's look at the standard. This is, I think, where Flux Ultra really shines. These are those standard images where I said Recraft kind of looks 4K. This looks 8K. If you zoom in and you look at the details, it looks realistic and it looks 8K. Now there's a setting inside of Flux. Let me open up ZimmWriter right now to show you. Inside of Flux, there's a setting called Enable RAW. And what RAW is going to do is give you more of a realistic image. So you'd have accurate lighting. It wouldn't look as AI as it would if you turned RAW off. So that's the benefit of using RAW. There's no extra cost for that though. So that's an image of an ancient olive tree. This is a caravan in the desert. It almost looks too clean, but it's a phenomenal image. So that looks real right there. Amazing quality. It's Cappadocia. There's that horse in the lilac field. Wow. See, I don't know. It's almost like too high quality. So you start to think, is it real? Is it AI or not? But honestly, it depends on what you're trying to achieve with this. If this is just going to capture someone's attention in a blog post, yeah, I'd be happy with this image. Or stop the scroll on Facebook or something. These would be great images. That looks like a real photo right there. Wow. There's a monk walking down ruins. Phenomenal, phenomenal stuff. The dude standing out on these salt flats during the rain. Incredible quality. This is why I'm saying, like, I think stock companies are going to be really scared right now. Because you can just generate this with AI. 6 cents an image. So about a year ago, I was paying about $200 a month for Shutterstock, a Shutterstock subscription. And that would give me 750 images. And you're locked into that. You use it or lose it. And you have to really take advantage of that. This, completely pay as you go, 750 images would be $45. Right? You don't even have to generate 750. You can generate 5 images in 1 month if you want to, and only pay 30 cents. I think those companies should be worried right now. So I think Flux Ultra can do a great job on just standard images. Let's look at memes. So Flux Ultra does not do as good of a job on a lot of text. So this was like when you accidentally share the wrong document in a meeting. So when you accidentally, and then it messes this stuff up. But Flux seems to do a much better job than Recraft in understanding what a meme is. So for a lot of these memes, it's just automatically split screening this. For some of these, or it knows that a lot of memes have text up here and then text down here. So it knows how to format the meme. Can you stay late tonight on a Friday afternoon? So even though the text is messed up, it understands what the meme is. So my recommendation is if you want to use memes with Flux Ultra, go for it. Just don't display the text. And then go into Canva or something and add your text, or have one of those text automatic overlay generators to get that perfect text. And then you'll have a combination of the perfect image plus the perfect text for your memes. So this is great right here. Meeting that could have been an email. Like it has an image of like Outlook or something. Please timesheets by Friday. This is great. This turned out a Monday morning coffee, literally me every week. So when there's not a lot of text, it does not a bad job. One more thing right before clocking out. Why now? So Flux Ultra falters on a lot of text on the image. Let's look at just general Pinterest. Now this is really interesting. So this is the road less traveled with Flux Ultra, and this is it with Recraft. So Recraft has perfect text, but the layout and all of the elements of the example from Flux Ultra just beat the snot out of this one right here. So if you could generate this without the text and then go into Canva or something, I think you'd have a phenomenal image. This is Ultimate Foodies Tour of Italy. So again, the layout over here is phenomenal. I think all of these images are like in the shape of Italy, which is insane to me. But the text It's hard to read, messed up. It has this random phrase down here. So generate it without the text, go into Canva. Walking history, top 5 historical sites to visit in Egypt. Phenomenal. Adventure Seeker's Paradise. So this isn't bad, but wow, this is insane. Absolutely insane. Australia's Wild Side. Look at this. Best things to do in Cappadocia. So again, Flux Ultra struggles on a lot of text. Look at this. Brazil Beyond Carnival. This actually turned out perfect. You could just go into Canva and grab this text and change it up or something. But this is insane. That did not turn out as well as this one. I think I actually like the Recraft over here. This is awesome. France's lavender fields and beyond, 5 stunning natural, I should say, wonders to visit. But wow, that is unbelievable. And this turned out great. Hidden Gems of Japan, Hidden Gems of Japan. 5 off the beaten path experiences beyond Tokyo. Phenomenal freaking image. Phenomenal. This turned out great. The best lipsticks for classic red lip. So I hope you can see the differences now in comparison between both the models. Flux Ultra is much higher quality, but then also inventive with what it can come up with than Recraft, but you're going to get that messed up text a little bit. So all of this stuff I generated in ZimmWriter, and I had different prompts to generate them all. So, and I'll share all of this in the description down below. So this is the prompts that I used inside of ZimmWriter. So if you're not using ZimmWriter, this wouldn't apply to you. But if you do want to use ZimmWriter, here are the prompts. I'll put them in the description. So this is the prompt I used to generate the infographics inside of Recraft. So this is the prompt right here. I think, let's see, infographic. So this is the prompt I put in, and that's it right there. And then here are the different titles I put in over here and just bulk generated them all with Recraft. And let's see, these are just the standard. So for all my standard images, I just used the standard prompt, which was default. Everybody that has ZimmWriter should have that prompt. And then for the memes, this was the meme prompt. And let's see, it's available. Let's see, I'll share it in the description down below. But the meme prompt was this right here. And here are some of the examples of the memes I put in. One thing I got to mention with Recraft though, is if you use Recraft from the actual recraft.ai site, like their API key, they have a cap on the number of characters in your prompt. So when you put your prompt in here, tell it to generate 75 words or less. Otherwise, you could run into issues. But if you're using the Recraft model from FAL, there's Recraft right there, or you're going to use Recraft from Replicate, they don't have caps on the length. So you can go up to 150 words if you want to. So keep that in mind. And then the social media image for Pinterest, that was this one right here. And then the recipe model was right here. Now, one piece of advice I want to leave you with, if you are going to be generating a lot of images with text on them, you should number one, do a lot of tests inside of here. Write your prompt in here and then do a test on 1 or 2 and see if you get the text on the image, if you like it, tweak your prompt if you don't. Lots and lots of tests. That's what I had to do for this. I've also found that telling it at the end of the prompt, like the prompt begins with the phrase : so I'll tell the AI how to start the prompt off. So the prompt begins with the phrase, a social media graphic with the text, quote, best recipe for curly bracket title. This is the placeholder that's replaced. By starting the prompt off like this, the AI remembers, oh, I need to include this text in the image. If you don't do this, you get a lot of images without text. So anytime you want to have text in an image, you might want to start out by saying a social media graphic or an image with the text, quotation, curly brackets, title, a funny social media meme with the phrase title written. The prompt begins with the phrase an infographic, including the written phrase title and. So again, you're going to put stuff in your image, words started off, give it some hints right here. I'll put a link to this file in the description down below. Any questions, just drop a comment down below. There's all kinds of links to ZimmWriter, links to my 8-hour training course on how to make a free website online. It's an over-the-shoulder video on me making a website, the website designeraffair.com. Definitely check it out. Start making your own website today. Links to the Facebook group, 13,000 members in it. So that's it. Hey, good luck with your content generation. Good luck with your image generation. And until next time, I will talk to you later.